It's showtime.
OnlySlabs.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here for the Great Wall of Comics. It's another Slabber Day. It's the greatest day of the week. And to verify that, I will check in with Canada to verify. Hey, Canada!
Yes,
Is it the greatest day of the week?
it is.
Phenomenal. Should we get a second opinion?
Southern Canada, check.
It is the greatest day of the week.
There you go. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Internationally, we have come to an agreement that it is the greatest day of the week. And because Chris always has said things over and over again, ladies and gentlemen, this show is rated TV-14 for language, sexual, suggestive content, and I forget what the hell the D is.
Dumbassery, probably. Yeah,
It's just as well, right? So there we go. Speaking of dumbassery, let's just get right into it and play Romper Room.
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me, do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all of my friends have fun at play?
Well, let's cruise. No, I started to say let's cruise right out of the bat without thinking. Heroes for Hire Comic Club is here. Happy Slabber Day, true believers. By the way, guys, I've had to reconfigure all my audio settings and stuff earlier today. So if my audio is too low, too high, anybody just let me know. I don't want to be blasting in your ear or being so quiet you have to strain to hear me and then Chris blasting your ear. Let's cruise just a second, though. He says, good morning, hooray, woohoo, hello from New Mexico. Shop says, let's get the slab party started. Marty, hello from Canada, everyone. Happy Slabber Day. Entropy and Comics, greetings, community. Marty drops that $2 super chat right out the bat. Slabs are good. Cancer is evil. He likes to claim airplane for himself. Thank you for that super chat. Of course, all the super chats on this channel, as well as any of the channel revenue and all the channel membership and everything, it all goes to benefit comics curing cancer. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, join a membership, super chat away, and we'll keep on going with saying hello to the chat. Next, oh my goodness, it moved on me. There we go. Son of a Bruce. Good afternoon from the Great White North. Let's see here. 1063 Comics checking in. He says, no silver, no gold, but treasures nonetheless. Welcome all. Wait a minute. Maybe a couple silver. Hello, y'all. Making tacos for this show. Nice. Tacos should not be reserved for only Tuesday. They are every day. Every day is taco day. Robert Monroe, happy Slabber Day, unless, of course, you're DJ Links. Inside joke for everyone. Happy Slabber Day from Cliff on Comics. He's looking forward to Shane's episode. The Adventurous Joe, calling all cars, 1063 in progress. Location known as OnlySlabs, under siege, over.
Copy.
Comics with the Izzyverse, do me proud, 1063. Brian LCS, happy Slabber Day to everyone. Wellbore, good afternoon. Wayne Deegan, hello. Did I say hello? Well, hello to everyone. Thank you. Wellbore, good. Yeah, it sounds like me almost. Brian, I saw this. Brian, Izzy, 1063. Yeah, sorry. Mad Spidey, never fear. Mad Spidey's here. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Mad Spidey. This one's for you.
That beautiful bean footage.
John's Comic Avalon. Happy Slabber Day, everyone. Thank you so much. Brother John swinging by says, what's good, brothers and sisters? Let's slab it up. Slab it up. Slab. No? All right. Joffrey Castro?
That's a
Hello,
Crow
gentlemen.
reference, just in case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a little disturbed by his calling us gentlemen, Chris. I thought he knew us by now.
It's all right.
I am
He's
no
being
gentleman.
polite. He's being polite.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. We appreciate you nonetheless, sir. Space Case Collectibles, hello all. Triple G, good evening all.
Low
Dead Man Comics cover show, slabber do. It's time again. Welcome to Shane.
Terry.
Let's see here. Stephen C. Happy Slabber Day henchman. Aggressively relaxing swing by. Let's see. Mr. Comics 89, SBC Comics reporting for duty. Jedi Batman, hello. Jaguar. Oops, I can get your comment up there. Hello, everyone. Dr. Von Hoot from the Comics from the Spiral Dimension. Sounds all good to me, sir. And all cancer sucks. Well, this is true, and this one's for you. Jay knows the way. Serp. Late but great.
That one still gets me.
Canadian Survivalist, Fantastic Supers. Wellbore. You guys got enough. Let's say hi to Cat Fan Comics Man.
Ooh.
I'm slobbering for a slabbing good time. Great to see you, Rob, and Comic Vet, and to the chat as well.
That was a good one.
Let's see.
That's a good one right there.
Madam Blasser is joining us. Madam, hello. Well, hello, beautifuls. I'm making enchiladas.
Nice. Nice.
I need someone to be making tamales now.
We're getting there.
Let's see.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're working our way around. Oops, this chat just jumped on me. I was just about to. Brian, there you are.
Oh.
Good day, all. Nerdy Geek. Hello. Good afternoon. Happy Slabber Day. Thank you. Phil Aileen. Hello. Boom, boom, boom. Let's say hello to Flash by Night Comics. Dropping that $2 super chat. Evil wins, good is dumb. Both are greater than cancer. Yeah, it is true. You know what? Just for that, because you referenced the helmet, I'm going to give you the helmet.
Bet she gives great helmets.
Kiss me. No.
Lord helmet, what? You're needed on the bridge, sir. Knock on my door. Knock next time.
And we say hello to the sexiest woman on the planet, my wife. Hello. Hiya, at Cliff on comment. She's saying hello. First thing she says is hello to Cliff. I get no respect. No respect, I tell you.
Yeah.
Take my wife. Take her. No, don't take
Please.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenneth Bird. Hi to everyone. I'm here today from Virginia. Hello. He's here to try to win more comics.
A lot of them are.
And maybe watch the show. Let's see who else. Good morning to Wellbore from Frenzy. There we go. The king of all nerds, Mr. Taylor Winder. Hey, nerds. I guess that means he's our king. I didn't vote for him though. Let's see here. Jay knows away. $10 super chat. Rob, you remember how we talked about me winning the giveaways? We said $10, right?
You sure that was the right Rob?
That's the first time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
Cup of Comics. Happy Saturday, comics fam and comic fans.
Hello, Will.
Thank you for coming on by. Let's see who else we gotta say hello to as we scroll through here. It wasn't the first thing I said, she said. Well, okay. Well, sorry. The chat is slapping today. Let's see here. Dagger Cards. Hello. Let's see. Who else I didn't say hello to? To be fair, Mary is a delight. Oh, to be fair, Mary, Cliff is a delight. Well, that is true. I think that Mary's a delight as well, but that's just me. Tell CGC you want an opt-out on slabbing restored. This goes back to my video I dropped earlier. This my Thursday video of CGC Books left a comment about wouldn't it be cool if they had a feature much like you can send in books for pre-grading, where you can say 9.6, and if it's not, it'll just not grade it and charge you a small fee. If you sent in books and you could say if you detect restoration, don't slab it, just send it back to me as is.
100%.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be quick.
I would sign up for that on all my Silver Age books for sure, and Golden Age books. Well, maybe not Golden Age books, but Anyways, let's see here. Who else we need to say hello to? Yes, Cliff getting the love this morning. Let's see.
We all
here.
love Cliff though.
Well, this is true, but I'm just saying.
Cliff's rants are spectacular.
Cliff,
let's be honest.
Cliff says, this is for all the men who've helped me prevent prostate cancer. Cliff, this one's for you.
I'm very conflicted about how I'm supposed to feel watching this.
Good afternoon, the Couching and Slouching with C Bizzle. Thank you for joining us. Let's see here. And I've gotten to the end of the chat, and I think
and happy birthday to C Bizzle this month.
There you go.
Good dude.
Jean Malo, am I invisible again? No, I see you now. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm going through and I'm looking at the little logos, and that's what's helping me detect things first. And your logo does look like a Cat Fans logo a little bit, sometimes out of the corner of my eye. I'm very apologetic. Didn't mean to miss you, and I didn't miss you because I got you. Charmaine Deacon, I see somebody were saying hello. Oh, Charmaine, there you go. Hi, Rob. Hi, Chris. Just popping in to say my hubby TP. Okay, good, excellent.
That was good.
Cook my dinner. Go cook her dinner.
Yeah, man.
$2 super chat. Get on with the slabs. Well,
literally what you're doing is help preventing us from getting there, but thank you, Izzy.
Free refills with that?
Hey, I see what you did there.
All right. Let's see here. I'm pulling for the Bills this week, but not next week. That's right.
I understand.
Zars, hello.
Hey. Zars is coming to Toronto soon.
Nice. Comiverse, good Slabber Day afternoon, everyone. Comic Cap Collectibles, yo, hello all. Jay knows away. This is to annoy Izzy. Well, thank you for that. Since this is your second $10 chat, you now combine for 20. You get the super chat.
Hello? That's not what it looks like.
All right. Looks like we've said hello to everybody in the chat there. Let's get this ball rolling. Let me move Shane up to the position of power and say, Shane, welcome to OnlySlabs. We are 14 minutes in. You finally get to be center stage. And let's sit there and say, it's time for you to give everybody your Cliff Notes version of your comic book origin story. The time that your parents, no, that's not a good one. We already did the chemical water. We've done the green ring. Your parents, one of your parents turned out to be an Atlantean, and you were secretly the king of Atlantis.
It was a good time.
Yes.
So basically, I was trying to piece it together after watching a bunch of other episodes, Only Slabs, and pretty much about when I was 7, I lived in a pretty rural area, so the properties were pretty far apart, and I would drag a wagon full of a box of comics. Obviously, no bags and boards back then.
Right.
Like mostly GI Combats and old war books and things like that. And I would go knock on random people's houses' doors and ask if they wanted to buy any comics. And then from there, that kind of went. I moved from that place and turned out to be one of my best friends in grade 9, and he had, I found out later, had a comic collection. So we both read the same kind of books, and he was big into Warlord and Legion of Superheroes and DC stuff. And that kind of started me on finding books. And I was then, and I am now, like, very, very fortunate that in that town I lived in, I had a comic book store close to me, multiple stores. Then that was in New Brunswick, which is on the east coast of Canada. And I moved to Ontario to go to school. And I immediately found a store that I've been going to since 1989. And so I've never had a lapse in my comic collecting and having a pull list or anything like that since I was 14. So a lot of the books I bought as they came out. So most of my collection is, bronze, copper type stuff from 80 or 70 pretty much on. And now my collection's at about 17,000 books or so. A very small percentage which are slab, but that's going to change over the next year in a big way.
Wow. That's quite the bit. Question people are asking though, what does 1063 mean?
So 1063, various police services use 10 codes. So everybody knows 10-4. Other common ones are, like 10-7, you're at somewhere. But 1063 for a lot of places means that if I was talking to Chris about Rob and I didn't want to, and Chris is a dispatcher or something like that, and I didn't want Rob to know what we were doing, the code that the person is wanted is 1063. So it's kind of like wanted comics.
There you go. Always some time for me, it's always 10-9 last transmission.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything, gosh darn it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Perfect. Yes, we got welcome to Team Ohana. Better late than never. Thank you for joining us. All right. Let's get into some slabs before we get a riot on our hands. So
all right.
What are you kicking us off with this week?
We'll start with this one.
There you go.
This is
nice.
The second print 1 in 25 of Spider-Man 7, which Spider-Boy. So it's kind of one that
Spider-Boy, yeah.
And this is one I bought myself and submitted. Kind of learning what was going on with submitting, but all these ones are, aside from a very few, were bought by me and then sent in for grading.
Nice. We're gonna pause real quick. Recognize Papa's $5. He says start over. Well, we just started, so. Thank you, Papa, for that. All right, so we got Spider-Boy, who's, I honestly didn't think he was going to have much traction, but he seems to be
sticking around.
That's right. And there's enough to spawn a Spider-Girl. I mean,
yeah.
Well, not that he didn't spawn Spider-Girl, but I mean,
yeah. And that's why I picked up that book, the main reason. But the next up is this one.
Ooh.
This is Avengers 684.
Very nice. Very nice.
This one,
I really like it. I would say, let's do this. Shane, would you mind reading us what's on the right side of the blue label?
Sure. Hulk gains new powers and becomes Immortal Hulk.
This helps
Power?
spawn
Good one.
terrific series.
Yeah,
Series by
that
Al
series
Ewing.
was really good.
The power
then
to
this
not
one-
die.
This one I have is a little bit of a mystery. Maybe we can solve.
Oh,
Look, it's my favorite Spider-Man.
one of these movie cover variants.
Yeah,
Those are,
so this
those are-
is Amazing Spider-Man the movie adaptation, and somehow this book is worth hundreds of dollars. No key, nothing. It's just the cover. Not that it's correct pricing, but I was at a con last year, and they had an $800 price tag on this. I was like,
oh, that Canadian dollar, it can be tricky.
well, sometimes those movie adaptation stuff, they can be, that I will tell you, interestingly, so that price tag is very high. See,
yes, definitely.
The last sale in a 9.8 was July of this year, and it was $222.
Yeah, which is still
We-
amazing to me.
Which still, yeah, and $150 for a 9.6 sold earlier this year.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and that's
wow.
that was one of those examples of when I first loaded in all of my books into CLZ and linked it with cover price. I just for fun sorted by value to see if I was missing anything, and it popped up, and I'm like, "What? This book? Why?" So then I just took it out and like, well, I better send it off and see if I can get it graded since I'm trying this.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, holy cow, it did. There are some last year. There was a sale for 600. There was one for 1,000. Another one for 600. So there were several sales in the 600 plus range. Now, I don't know if they could have been signed copies that sold.
A lot of Timbits. Yeah.
But yeah. Let me see here.
Now-
I have a book here. So yeah.
Now, is that actually a photo variant, or is it just a normal cover A?
It's
That's
just
the cover A.
Just cover A, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's the movie adaptation. So
Right. But sometimes, as you guys know, the photo covers are the variant even for adaptations.
But those are the great covers for if you wanted to go to a signing. One of those times where like if I was going to have Andrew Garfield sign a Spider-Man comic, that would be the one to have him sign and not my ASM 20 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it'll probably come back around. Like if they do another Spider-Man with him in it, I'm sure it'll go up a bit.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's pure banger time.
Oh God, Peter, hit me!
Yeah.
Ow!
First is first, Rob, right?
That's right. It's the first published appearance of Gambit.
That first is first. That's it. So Arthur Adams is the first cover artist of Gambit. Just saying.
Is Gambit on the cover?
I'm just saying.
I don't think Gambit's on the cover.
First,
because the other is
to have Gambit in his book.
Okay, because the other is the first cover appearance and first intended, storyline appearance. But
it's actually this one was this was done in 2024, I believe, or 23. I sent it in, and they actually note that, I don't know if you've read on the right there recently on this, but it's actually says it predates the other one.
Nice.
So who's the interior artist for that book? I forget. I can remember picking up that book, and just because as an Arthur Adams fan and X-Men fan.
It says Claremont Story, Arthur Adams, and Mike Heike art. Arthur Adams cover.
So Arthur Adams is then the first artist to do Gambit published. First is first.
Gambit is like a visitor. No one invited. In that book.
You got this one with a nice little signature.
Just a little signature.
Just a little signature, yeah. And it's
a little phallic.
Out of 10,000. So when I got this, I decided to send it in. I love this book. Of Dark Knight Returns is one of my favorite books, which, we might see later. But I had it, and he would never going to come to Canada or anything like that, and so I just had a
Shane,
chance
can you hold that? Shane, can you hold that up again and just bring the label a little bit closer? This might be the first time we had this particular label in yellow on this show.
Oh, the new yellow label. Yeah. At least, on this
what's neat
channel.
is I don't know if I have one here, but they do a cool thing with their labels. So the grade is black, but when you get to a 9.8, it becomes embossed a bit and like hologrammy or gold. So when you tilt it, it has a different appearance. It's neat. I don't know if I have one in this stack I have here, but I guess we'll see.
Interesting. We know that CGC does that with their 10s and their
yes. Mm-hmm. And then I just had to put this one in because it might be the only 9.9 I ever get to own.
Wow. So
Great Scott.
So we know that Delato is doing a signing here in North America, his first CGC signing. Is this something you would consider sending in a 9.9 to roll the dice on?
Not a chance.
it won't come back in 9.9 once they handle it.
You know what I would do, and I have no problem with this. I'm not crazy about signatures. I would just get them to do something on the slab. I'm fine with that. It's not going to do anything for the value of it or anything like that, but that's what I would do.
Jay says it's not a 10.
I know, it's a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
Oh, actually, I do, so I can show you on this one, maybe.
Damn! Oh. it's the Banawang.
Remember, it's PG, Chris. So this is the Jim Lee cover, obviously. This is the interesting thing about this one is I bought this off of the shelf like usual, and this is the first one I cleaned myself. It had a few kind of streaks from the books being put in front of it and the sliding down, so it had a couple of marks down it. And I just kind of like, well, I guess I'll give this a try and see what I can do. And I'd watch some videos on it, but I don't know if you can tell. It's probably really hard to see that, but it's embossed or gold or something. It's probably not coming through.
No, but that's the magazine size slab then?
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen their magazine size slab yet.
CBCS, you immediately know that the quality of the slab is better when you hold it. You can't doubt it when you hold it in your hand. I know the value isn't there.
Not the Banawang. Understood.
This is a fun one.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Freddy Krueger's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
So yeah. What year was this published? Because we all know Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street was very early 80s.
This is 89.
89. Okay, so we're well into the sequels by the time this one came out. Yeah.
And this has a couple
you can just send it to him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is obviously first appearance in Comic Magazine. And what's interesting is the back has a sales chart of all the different books you can buy and the prices. I was reading it last night. It's amazing. You can get Amazing Spider-Man 300 for $8 back in 89 or whatever it was.
It's always fun to look at some of those sometimes and go like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The Mile High comic ads in the middle of those books. Ooh.
Oh, geez.
So the story on these is that they had planned with Jusco to do multiple issues. They got to 2, and they were so concerned about parental kind of, complaints that it was canceled. The whole thing, it was already printed. It was done. Like they wrote it. The art was done, but it's never been released. And one of the best things about this one is this.
Oh, sweet
yeah.
Screaming Chiba Monkeys. That is just
Got to be one of the best back covers for sure.
oh, man.
Awesome. I've never seen that book before.
Nope.
I didn't know there was
That's,
actually an issue 2.
Well,
Sam
like you said, it was a parent outcry about fear of parents, and much like this show, it could have been canceled.
They should have just put the little warning up top.
That's right. Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Let's put that back up there. Hold on. Let's make sure everybody knows this show is rated TV 14.
There it is. And then this one of my all-time favorite covers. So I actually bought this graded. I have my own copy, but I had a chance to pick up all 4 of them. So this, I love it. I have the T-shirt of it. I think it's amazing. I mean, you can look at this and look at new stuff and kind of wonder what happened, but clearly, top of his game there for sure.
Clearly we know where Absolute Batman came from.
Yeah, exactly. Then this one was another one I had a chance to pick up.
Oh, nice.
So,
Well.
This you could only get if you mailed in a coupon from Wizard Magazine, and then they did a signing of them. So there's only, I think, 400 that Romita signed, which is awesome. Like, it was just a chance for me to have a signature from, one of the premier Spider-Man artists for sure. And I just love this book.
Is Romita credited with anything to do with that book? Or
No.
is it just he just signed it because it's Spider-Man, even though it's
just Spider-Man, yeah.
Okay.
That's
very nice.
But still great. You always love books like that where you had to send in for this or those gimmicks and stuff. That really does make them, so a rarity in an item. So you don't see them regularly. And when you do, if you know what they are, you can understand. Otherwise, you're just some guy at a con going, why is that book $500? I mean,
yeah. Well, and it's like those, the Freddy books. I was a huge Freddy fan of the movies. I love them. And I think my parents knew. So they actually bought those for me for Christmas one year, I believe. And I just hung on to them for all these years. And then just recently, I would see them every once in a while. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, right. I have those magazines somewhere. Like, where are they? And I'd have to find them. And then when I did, I'm like, you know what? I want to try to preserve these. So I sent them off. And that order that I sent to CBCS, when I sent it, they were doing the old labels. And while it was sitting there, they switched to the new ones. So I actually had to call them and say, look, just pretend it's not there, or hold it, or do whatever you got to do to not
Please
put the old labels on those. Give me the new labels. And they did. They were really good about it.
Cool. So, and for clarity, everyone, in case you just tuned in, when he said he's a big Freddy fan, he's talking about Freddy Krueger, who we just saw, not Freddy Got Fingered. Just saying.
Yeah.
There is a respect for Freddie Mercury.
Right.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, always.
And then we got this one. So there's silver. I know that, Rob, you have this book as well.
I do not, actually.
What?
Yeah,
I
don't.
Neither do I. It's okay. Yeah. So who signed this?
This is signed by Jerry Conway, and this one I just happened to pick up, and it was already signed. So I just sent it off, and they verified it when I did. I had an order of like 19 or 20 books that I had signed by various people. Some of them I was actually there, and some of them I wasn't, but it was before CGC did their thing.
Right.
And I just found Beast super interesting. Like, he's an X-Men character that has a really cool publication history. Mm-hmm. And his key issues are, you can pick them up for almost next to nothing. It's like so affordable for a major character. Like, really, he's been an Avenger, he's been an X-Men, he's been a Senator, he's been, the villain. Like, he's a great character. So this is the first furry Beast, obviously, and then he has an interesting thing in his next couple issues of that same series where they switch his fur to black, and he says that he has black fur, but we all know that coloring black, they use a lot of blue. And when he never really referred to himself again that I can find that he was blue until Avengers Annual 6. There's a couple of pages where he specifically references himself as being blue. So, and that was all Perez kind of, I think the authors were just like, you know what, I'm just going to make him blue because this cotton, like, it's way easier to do than trying to keep them black fur all the time. So it's very interesting.
Excellent.
Next up, one of my I love this cover, and this is another one I sent in myself and got lucky with the grade. I love this cover.
She has a nice smile.
Bride of Venom. Maybe it's the gloves.
So why would they put the barcode right there and normally not along the spine like they always do? Like come on. What year was this published? Was this like 95, 96?
Bingo, 95, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably a meeting at Marvel and they said, you know what? Can you just move this over here? Like, will anybody care? And then 30 years later, here we are.
Yeah. You know they're going to homage it and do it correctly, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's about halfway. I can have a few more that I can get into for sure, Rob.
All right. Perfect. We will go ahead and throw actually, before we throw up the hashtag for our break, we will go ahead. Let's say thank you to all the henchmen who are channel members at the basic level that are helping us to support Comics Curing Cancer year round. Thank you guys so much for your membership. And of course, a big shout out to our Goon Squad members as well at that next tier up, helping us out year round with Comics Curing Cancer. Stephen C., Legion of Comics, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoot, Dale of Suspense, Justin Birch, Letters, Circumstances, The Comic Vet, Austin LeMay, Mad Spidey, Collecting with Durs, Chuck Hensey, Lone Eagle, Comiverse, Dead Man, Anachronic Comics, Colossus Collector, Still Only 35 Cents, Team Ohana, Cliff on Comics, Bearded Comic Bro, Never Could Figure It Out, The Adventurous Joe, Jay Knows the Way, Valenrook, Omnibo, and 1063 Comics. Thank you guys all so much for the support. Hope that if you're not a member, you'll consider becoming a member and helping with Comics Curing Cancer year-round, supporting our efforts. While we do, let's get this up here. Ladies and gentlemen, show us code 7, hashtag code 7. That's going to be our hashtag here. So we take a break. And I want to say, I had my first meeting with the Comics Curing Cancer, the American Cancer Society, the other day. And we actually got some pretty interesting news as far as like our portal that we've had in the past was very basic. It was kind of confusing. If you Google Comics Curing Cancer, go somewhere else. Well, they're bringing us giving us a full basic kind of more of a traditional website that we're going to be able to have, that'll have the portal that'll allow us to potentially list items, direct our sale items, like instead of having to go to like DJ's site and this site, be able to have all that on that same site, which is cool. And then potentially even we can do auctions and stuff directly from there too. So really cool stuff that it's coming down the pipeline that they're going to make available to us that we're going to work. So keep paying attention and follow Comics Curing Cancer. The information, of course, links down below. While people are entering this hashtag, Shane, what do you got coming up over on 1063 Comics?
So every Wednesday I do kind of when I go pick up my books, I'll come back and record a bunch of shorts and a long video going over the inside of the books and what the art looks like and all that, and little kind of mini reviews. And sometimes, especially when it comes to Spider-Man, maybe a rant here or there. And on Mondays, I do a little quick 1 minute or around 1 minute slab in a minute. So I grab a slab off the shelf and just go through my thoughts on it quick. And yeah, I'm with Izzy on Mondays for the show with him. It's awesome. We have a great time there too. And yeah, just kind of this YouTube thing, trying to figure it out. It's starting to roll a little bit for me, which is great. I love it. I've met all of you guys and great help from everybody on the panel on Wednesday for Show Us What You Got. I think it's super fun. I have a great time, and everybody I've met so far has been awesome. So I'm just loving it.
Great. Real quick before Chris goes, guys, don't forget we do ship internationally. If you don't know what's going on, by the way, this hashtag code 7, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We got a box of comics here, some keys, Silver Age, Bronze Age, modern stuff. We're doing 7 books from the box. They'll ship internationally. If you want to be considered, enter hashtag code 7 in the live chat right now. If you're watching this on the rewind, sorry, you should have watched us live. Chris, what's coming up for you?
I'll be checking out a con tomorrow in Burlington, Ontario, where I'll be shaking this gentleman's hand, and I'll be showing the highlights of that con probably some point tomorrow or Monday. Wednesday, like Shane mentioned, will be Show Us What You Got, the live new comic book day hangout, which is open invitation for anyone to come on to show the books they just picked up for new comic book day, or books that are brand new for their PC, to show and have a couple laughs and talk over each other, which will, in the end, tick me off. But otherwise, check out that. And later in the week, it'll be my new comic book day haul live from inside my car, where I'll be talking about a little bit more in depth of the books that I picked up and why I picked them up, and of course, cover of the week. Thank you, Rob.
Before I do this poll, guys, who pay attention, of course, Dagger Comics been doing this big challenge that he's been doing throughout, raising funds to fight children's cancer. Guys, go ahead and check him out and maybe give him some support if you are able. All right, let's go ahead and pull it. We're going to pull the ripcord. Ladies and gentlemen, Wheel of Fish. And the winner of this first set of pulls going to be, boom, Zars. I've been to Australia.
Yeah, Zarzy baby, let's go.
And I think I just sent a bunch of stuff to, Dave, who has Zar's stuff. Anyways, whoa, that's a weird layout. What?
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Shane, you know how we do this? 10 from the front, 1 through 10 from the front, 1 through 10 from the back, or we just do some back to front action. We're pulling 7 books total. If we do about frack, you tell me whether or not you want the book in the front, behind, or both.
Sure. We'll go 1 to 10. So
you only get 7 books.
Let's do 3 from the front.
3 from the front. Got it.
There was a pause there where we
he broke me. All right.
And do 3 from the back. And can we divide it in half and take that one? Right somewhere in the middle.
Front, back, or behind? Or both?
The one we can't see. So towards me, the front.
The wrong Aussie, damn it. Or was it?
4 more books.
Yep, from the front, 6. From the back, 6.
Okay. 2 more.
And then 1 from the front, the very front, and 1 from the very back.
All right.
All right, these are good books here. I'm not even going to put them in any particular order, just the order in which they're stacked here. First up, we've got an Iron Man 1.
Ooh, that's nice.
John Tyler Christopher, very nice.
I'm glad Jim's watching. I know he appreciates those covers. But whose side is DC on here? Like, come on.
We've got a newsstand Doom 2099 issue 1.
Nice.
I know that hurts you giving that up a little bit. I know how you feel.
I have
about
a few.
Yeah.
It is, by the way, the first appearance of Doom 2099 and Tiger Wild.
So those Tiger Wild collectors, they better have that.
That's right. 52 week 11, the first appearance of first full Batwoman, Kate Kane.
Nice.
Master of Kung Fu, first appearance of Death Dealer.
It's a solid cover.
Daredevil 195.
Oh, nice cover.
Charlton Comics, all new Fighting Army.
You should be giving that away.
It's a good one.
And Canada representing with Alpha Flight #1. First Puck, Marina, Tundra, Madison Jeffries, first cameo of Wild Child and Gamma Flight.
Nice.
People would think that giving that book away would piss me off, but I've given it away on my channel. That's a hell of a good book to give away.
We give away a lot of copies of that book on this channel, actually.
Yeah.
It's such an undervalued key that it finds its way in here quite often. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
All right, Czars,
Look
congratulations. Nice stack of books that'll be coming your way at a snail's pace because of post office. Yeah. But anyways, all right, back to Shane as we move Shane back there. Thank you, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, just a reminder as we get started again, the show could be, TV 14, blah, blah, blah. All right, back to our OnlySlabs logo. It's our new thing there for Chris.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, because he thinks that sometimes we get a little edgy, but
it's not all California, Rob.
Make sure you're following on Instagram and YouTube our man here at 1063Comics. That same handle on either platform will work just fine for you. All right.
Thank you.
Shane, take us away, brother.
Next up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Hold on. This is yeah.
This is the book you want to be investing in currently.
This book was expensive. Oh yeah, this book was expensive a while ago. Shane, by the way, you are muted. But I'm sure now with the Amazon thing, it's probably going right back up again. I know at one point it was like a $500 book at one point in a 9.8, but I don't know what it is right now. Let's take a look while you're talking about it.
So hold on. So this is the first appearance of Spider-Man Noir, who we all agree is a fascinating character and hasn't really had a bad series yet.
Nope.
Flip that over again. What's he doing there? Wrong.
The Joker.
Wrong publisher. Like, really is.
It's a little stab. It's a little stab at Marvel by DC because they have the big movie, right?
Oh, they're like, oh, you're going to create a new interesting character? All right, we're going to give you the best portrayal of an actor as our primary villain on the
Wow. So, Chris, take a guess. You want to venture a guess at what that book will cost you right now?
It's probably a little heavy for my wallet at the moment. I'm going to give the chat a moment to try and participate and guess that price with us here. But again, I really, really find Spider-Man Noir to be such a fascinating character, and the fact he's not afraid to use violence. I see Matt's buddy's in at 350. I was thinking a little bit more north than that. I was thinking like 600 US, Rob.
So a 9.8 just sold on January 10th for $475.
Okay.
But interestingly enough, this is one of those situations where 9.6 isn't going to, I mean, it saves you some, but 9.6 just sold this month also for 300, and a 9.4 at 295, and a 9.0 at 275. So
Wow.
Yeah.
this, even raw, this book in near mint condition raw is selling for $300. So
And
this is a hot tamale right now.
and this is another one that I bought this from my comic store. Just I didn't pick through them. They had it set aside for me. Went in. Then again, going through CLZ and cover price, I'm like, this book is worth that much. Like, obviously, I've seen the movies. I'm like, okay, well, I'll send this in then, and it came back as a 9.8.
I had
DC's asking what the year. I'm gonna get. Wasn't that like 2013 Noir?
09.
09. I was way off. Okay.
I remember I got mine actually during the pandemic. It was like my LCS was, you couldn't go in it, but they were you could only they were doing you could walk up to the door and they would crack the door open to the shop and hand you your pull list, and then you could walk away, and that was it. But they would post pictures of some of the books they had up on their wall, and I saw that book up on the wall, and I ended up buying it off my LCS that way, without actually getting to kind of play with it. And mine came back 9.8, and then I've since cracked it and sent it in, and had Fabrizio, what's his? I currently cover artist.
Patrick
his full name.
Zurcher.
No, that's not it. What's the February?
There's Carmine D. Gian Domicnio is the art, and then it says Patrick Zurcher's cover.
Shoot. Now I'm confused. Whoever it was, I had freaking mine. Anyways, I had mine signed, and then had it re-slabbed, and fortunately it came back in 9.8. Now I'm confused. Who the hell signed mine?
So there is one of my early videos is unboxing all of those slabs. It's in my channel somewhere if anybody wants to see more on that stuff. And this one, this is
that
Chris
was a
Claremont.
great crossover.
Anybody that doesn't know, think about how popular the X-Men are. And back when this was released, the new Teen Titans were just as popular. Some would argue more popular. And this is my copy that I read multiple times, carried around, folded up in my pocket, all of that. And for me, it's about the memory of this book. Chris Claremont was at a Comic-Con here in the Falls. So I got to get him to sign it. He did this little seminar chat thing, and there was probably only 20 people at this thing. And he was answering everybody's questions. It was super fascinating to listen to, and to get this book signed by him, because the Titans were one of the first books that I started to collect with my friend way back that I actually wanted to try to get all of, and that was possible to get all of, because it was fairly recent back then. And, it wasn't, 500 issues or anything like that. So I love this book. And I love the back too.
There's a lot of love coming in for that book. And Richard is saying that it was Enrico Palazzo. That might be the
no, it turned. It was like mine wasn't one of the artists. It was actually one of the writers. It was. It doesn't matter, but it's a complicated name.
Yes. And then this one is another one of my favorite covers of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. No doubt about that.
So the Secret Wars, in my opinion, has incredible covers. The Doom cover, I think, is probably the best of that limited series. And then people obviously recognize issue number 1. But this one has drama, intrigue. It is an incredible, incredible cover. Yeah. And if you guys can remember, just a couple of years ago, Marvel redid this Secret Wars, and they actually released a sub-series called Deadpool's Secret Wars, and they homage this cover where Deadpool's actually on top of that mountain, jumping up and down, trying to get that mountain to cave in on the heroes as the Hulk holds it. And I believe it was Scotty Young that actually did that cover. And whenever I see this cover, I now instantly think of that Scotty Young Deadpool's Secret Wars cover where he's actually jumping up and down. And that one always brings a chuckle to me. But that is an incredible cover.
Yeah, and it's Bob Layton that signed it. And again, he was at the Comic-Con I was at.
Nice.
And, signed it directly to me, which I love that. So I don't really care about that. And this series for me, it was mind-blowing because I was a Spider-Man guy, but I didn't know all of these other characters, a little bit of X-Men. But to read this and see how all the characters interact and everything like that, like it was amazing. Super awesome book. I love that series.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, obviously, I didn't mean to leave out, the first Jazz Hands cover as well. But when I think of that series, I think of She-Hulk joining the Fantastic Four. That was a big moment for me because I was reading the Fantastic Four. Rob, go ahead.
I was going to say that, it's a great series landmark, but unfortunately kind of launched this notion that we have to have some sort of crossover event every so often. And because there were crossover events before, but this kind of changed the landscape when it came to crossover events. This, and of course DC's Crisis, those two events just made it like, oh, let's just do this once a quarter. And it's like, oh
yeah. They've definitely lost something now, I think, compared to then. Like
they lost they need to slow it back down. Maybe one a year.
Yeah.
Not four a year.
I think I even found out about it because I was reading Amazing Spider-Man and then he just disappears from the park. And I'm like, what? Like, and then it has the tagline, read this. And I go into the shop and I'm like, I need this book. Where is it? Because you wanted to know what went on. So it was good.
Yeah.
There's another interesting one.
Every 5 years. Nice. Oh, yeah.
So this is not very quested after sub kind of category. This is George Perez's first art in Avengers in this issue. So I kind of like to try to find artists I like their first work or their first Spider-Man or first Batman or things like that, just because I think it's interesting. So that's what kind of drew me to this. And this is also, it's an old case. It's one of the first ones that I purchased actually. But yeah, I'm happy to have that. I love George Perez, which we'll see more of.
Chris will bring himself back to the front. I don't know why Chris dropped to backstage, but he might be tied up with something. I'm not sure. Or he might have had his internet froze because I don't see him moving around backstage. But ladies and gentlemen, we did not kick Chris out.
No, definitely not. And in keeping with the Perez theme, this is another one that I wasn't too concerned about the grade. Again, this is my personal copy I bought and read and reread and, sat with my friend and talked about, I'd read The Warlord, he'd read this, and then we'd talk about the issues and just to admire the art. Obviously, I love Perez art. And again, I met him at the Comic-Con. Super nice man. Talked with everybody, just really, really great. And at one point, there wasn't that big of a lineup, and I got to have a pretty long conversation with them.
Nice.
It was amazing. So it was really good to talk to him and kind of get to just say, like, thank you for doing these books, because like they started me on this path that I'm in now. So
Taylor, we can say that Canada didn't ban YouTube because Shane's still here.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Along the same line, we've got
nice. Nice.
So again, I just took him a bunch of books.
Newsstands.
Yeah. And again, not too concerned about the grade. Maybe someday I'm keeping my eye out for a few of these in higher grades, obviously, that I can just, have because I really like this era of the Titans.
Yeah, it's not expensive. I mean, I know
No.
I recently got a copy, I think in a 9.6 or something for like $100 something.
Yeah. With the good ad on the back.
Oh yeah, the O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
for what was it? The name of the boots are like Dingo.
Dingo, yeah.
Yeah.
Kids, get your free autograph photo of me, OJ, mailed to OJ Dingo. Should try to send them something.
Oh my God.
I had
Yeah,
a great talk with
sometimes
them about Teen Titans Go because I have no
by him
idea
you
how
mean George. You mean George Perez and not
Yes,
O.J. Simpson?
not OJ, no.
Yeah. Okay.
And
just for clarity.
Just for clarity, I did not have a conversation with OJ. So I had a good talk with Perez about the royalties, and I was just curious. I'm like, because my kids at the time, they watched Teen Titans Go over and over and over and over again.
Waffles.
They just couldn't get enough of it.
Waffles.
Yeah, yeah. And so I said, like, do you get paid for that stuff? And he's like, oh yeah. Every time that they use anything to do with Titans, I get some royalty from it. I'm like, that is awesome. I'm so happy to hear that, because you just always hear about, different artists or authors not really, or being taken advantage of at that point. But yeah.
Yeah, I think there's the key difference is he came along later, the 70s artists versus is where they started to get a little bit of the piece of the action down the road, and not like the guys who were just the bullpen, especially when you go back to the golden age where you don't even have half the time, you don't even have artists' names. Nobody knows. It was just done at this house, and they had in-house artists that just did stuff.
Yeah.
Mad Spidey says, guys, quiet down now. Chris is back. So
yeah, so it's just really exciting to talk to him, and also get this one signed. And this is this is kind of like the start. So Titans went weird in this range. So the newsstand ones, I think, were just starting to reprint, and these were the ongoing stories. But awesome painted cover, and I love it. I remember this coming out, and it was like the direct format, and I remember having to ask the comic store guy, like, what does that even mean? So love this one.
Yeah, and Larry Hamm is trying to recoup all that money, autograph by autograph. If you know, you know.
One autograph at a time.
Now this one, Rob, I will put to you as a challenge.
Okay.
This is the last Perez cover. This is Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth 7.
This is weird. You see that, Chris? We could hear Shane over that. Of course, now Shane, you're muted somehow.
Yeah.
But
Shane's
maybe maybe there's a lag in the system where Shane's voice is coming through, and then it's muting him after we're done doing the clip.
Maybe.
Anyway, so this one, yes, I remember this cover. This I took all this different stuff together.
And the deal with this is it's not just the regular cover. So to get this, to qualify, your store to qualify for this book, they had to order 50 of every issue of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. And then if you ordered 50 of all 7, it qualified you to get this book. So the store I go to approached me because they knew I was a Perez fan. It's like, are you interested in this? So it's like it doesn't say the ratio on it, but it's like 1 in 350 or something like that.
Okay. And
are we
this
sure
is
that it's a Perez cover? Because Cliff is saying, wait, that's not a Perez cover, it's a tribute.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, it's not a Perez cover. My mistake. It's a collaboration of a bunch. So what it says is Saint-Pierre, Hubert, Comicicoli, Smith, and Sandoval art.
What's
I remember
the title
that
on the book?
it's Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth 7, and it'll be the tribute foil. So I know that like McFarlane did part of it. There's a bunch of artists that did different parts of this cover. So sorry, not a Perez cover.
It's a tribute to his art style, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like with him down here on the sitting in the chair around all of his characters.
Yeah.
But I did find after I got this book, I was just curious. I looked it up. There was a listing on eBay for a lot, but I couldn't find any sales though. But amazing.
Yeah, in a quick glance, just trying to even find Dark Crisis. Oh, Dark Crisis number 7.
Right. So that book is what, about 3 years old at this point now?
Tribute foil.
Oof. 23. 223.
Okay. Right.
Okay, the tribute in foil last sold May 2024. So it's within a reason was $260 for a 9.4. That's there's no other sales data that's really showing up other than a sale of a raw book in near mint for like 375. So
it's rare for sure and hard to come by.
Absolutely.
But and inside, because I do have other copies of this issue, they do have the full wraparound cover, and then they have all the different artists that are.
They do list it on cover price. They do list it specifically as a 1 in 350.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Jay knows the way, by the way, dropping another super chat. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much.
That beautiful bean footage.
So got some DC now.
Appreciate the support for Comics Curing Cancer. Sorry, Shane.
No problem.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Let's go, baby. Some Damien action.
Yeah. Again, another one I bought off the newsstand, sent it in myself. Really happy with this. I also have the
I would
Son
be.
of the
I
Demon.
can only seem to get, all I ever do is seem to get 9 6s back. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I think it was just luck, really. I don't know. But out of the 25 I sent in, I think I had like 18 that were 9/8. So I was pretty happy.
25 copies of that book or 25 books?
No, just all together.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
Somebody's a big Damien fan.
I do have the Son of the Demon graphic novel, though, which I technically say is his first appearance because he's a little baby in one of the panels of it. But that was a cool book because it came with a coupon for a poster. So I did end up sending away, like way back in the day when you did that stuff, and ended up getting the poster, and I still have the poster and the book. So it's fun.
Nice.
Good combo.
Yep. And this is an interesting one too.
Yes! Yes!
No, no notation on this for some reason.
A lot of those, especially the early ones you send in, don't have notations. I have most of this run slabbed, or actually I do have the entire storyline slabbed, and none of them have any notation on them. But
yes.
Now, boys, let's question to the two of you. The chat can chime in if they want. Is this the last great Batman arc? In your opinion, the last great Batman arc?
Great, probably. Definitely one of the greatest ones recently. I don't think, you know what, some of the stuff that was going on.
You're the villain. Is that what you're?
You know what? I'll say, yeah, universally accepted as great. Yes. I mean, personally, I don't I thought that some of the stuff that was going on with it eventually led to the death of Alfred and stuff. So, the post issue 50 wrap up with City of Bane, I thought that some of that was fun, and then but I think not everybody agrees with that. Whereas Court of Owls, I've not met anybody who's read it who has said, no, Court of Owls sucked. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I did really enjoy the failsafe storyline personally, and I really love what's going on in Detective right now. But the arc isn't complete, so I can't really count that one.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are good, but like I said, yeah, as far as great, this is like Court of Owls is up there, like when people talk about Hush, right, as being one of those great modern storylines for Batman. I think Court of Owls is definitely there, if not probably one of the best New 52 storylines, bar none.
For sure. I'd agree with that for sure.
So yes, Matt Spidey was asking, because he's not a DC guy, that book that was shown up, issue 6, that is the first full appearance of the Court of Owls. We had cameos previously in issues 3 and 4. Then issue 6, we get the first full appearance of
and that awesome cover too.
Yeah,
so good.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, Capullo was.
I just picked up another. I just picked up another 9/8 copy of that book the other day. So
let's see. The Long Halloween was prior to the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
look at the Marvel with the DC knowledge.
Next up,
of course, the owl, the Maul. The Court of Owls is a goat level storytelling.
The Court of Owls is better than the Court of Owls. Yeah. So this is a pricey book here too, in the 9/8, 9/6. I'm not familiar with the price point, but so this is one of the few times where the second printing or third printing is better than the first.
Yeah, and this is another one that was a total mystery to me until I loaded it into CLZ. Like, I loaded my whole collection, and then when it linked with cover price, I sorted it, and this book was near the top. And then it took me probably 2 months to find it because it just was stuffed in the wrong spot in my collection, and then sent it in. But yeah, and I don't even know like why I bought it, to be honest. Probably just because I thought the cover was really cool. It had nothing to do with that it was a second print or a first appearance or anything like that. I was, whenever this came out, this is 08. So probably just was like, wow, that's awesome. I'll pick that up. But great.
So
and that's JRJR. So that's a rare. I mean, would have to say for sure that that's a good cover, and that's JRJR. So
yeah, but this is 25 years ago when he actually cared about what he was doing.
They said 08.
Okay, so yeah, that's okay.
It's not 25 years
17 years ago. That's a generation right there.
It's not even 10 years ago.
08.
Oh, okay. No, I can't do math. American education system. So this is first Anti-Venom, correct?
Yes. Eddie Brock becomes Anti-Venom, Thunderbolts, and others appearance, and it's ASM 569, the second print.
At this point, Eddie Brock has bonded with more symbiotes than frickin'
women.
I mean, it's ridiculous. That guy, especially if we go back to the last story with the Codex, these things, a piece of them.
Oh man,
he's got to be all over the place in that symbiote world. No wonder he's a. Well, anyway,
there's your someone needs to do a skit on that all comic people will appreciate. It's just a bunch of people sitting around a boardroom pretending to be Marvel editors. Like how.
There we go.
You know what? We need more spider characters. Can we get more spider characters, please? You guys get working on it. Go brainstorm about it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Shout out to J-Man, who's still in recovery. Jay, we appreciate you, my man. Saying that Court of Owls was awesome. He's catching up with the Ron V Detective Comics. Yeah, Ron V's run on Detective Comics was in and around 2 years. That was incredible storytelling.
I can't believe it. Everybody says that. I didn't really care for it.
Okay. That's okay.
But
that's okay.
I
Some
love
people
that.
like the clone stuff too. Yeah.
Venom has bonded with more people than P. Diddy. Oh, wow.
Let's go.
and some of them were underage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like Dylan.
I'll put the thing back
Dylan
up.
was
Right,
underage. I'm just saying. I don't know what you're talking about. Just catching up. Love the Nightmare Before Elm Street stuff. Cliff says Eddie is bonded with more symbiotes than I have with. There you go. Eggplants. With eggplants. Because Cliff can be found at the farmer's market picking up eggplants along with his other squash.
Eggplant parmesan. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's 22 at Arrowhead and feels like 12 degrees right now. That's a little brisk, I will say. Spider characters come from the Disney wigs.
Not then.
Too soon.
Too soon.
All right, we're still holding out for Spectacular Mao. The Spectacular Mao. All right, at this point, video says a whore.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's not go.
Let's not go. All right. Yeah, Cliff says the farmer's market. Yep.
Okay. All right. Take us home.
All right. We'll go out in style.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's it's fascinating the amount of collectors that come on this show and have this book. It just fascinating.
Does it make you sad?
This is the part where I was going to try and cover it all up by saying, no, I'm not a Ghost Rider fan per se, but I am when it's Johnny. And
I'm
one day,
3 issues away from completion of this. Well, sorry, the full series run. This, I have all of the Ghost Rider appearances in this.
The Marvel Spotlight?
Yeah, I have all of those. And then the Ghost Rider main run, I'm only missing 3 issues, which I'm hoping to get tomorrow. So ideally I find them. But I had this whole run of, sorry, again, the Ghost Rider. I had many Ghost Riders when I was a kid, and I mistakenly took them thinking I was a big shot and sold them for other books to the local comic shop. So, but I'm with you, Chris. I love Ghost Rider. That it's tested because I'm reading Spirits of Vengeance right now, which is absolutely horrible, except for the last issue was kind of good. And grabbed this book during the pandemic, so obviously severely overpaid for it. So it's never leaving my collection. No, maybe for an upgrade. That's about it. But
it's still a solid looking book. And what's great is, I mean, this is a book that is fun. I thought was really interesting was we've talked about before or many times the difference between a 9.8, 9.6 type thing. But we've also the first and second appearance. The second appearance of Ghost Rider barely even crosses the hemisphere of what the first appearance. I mean, this first appearance, this book, in a mid-grade book is going to cost you almost $1,000. Whereas you can get, I think when I got my 8.0 second appearance, it was like 200.
Yeah.
The difference is just mind-numbing. But then, of course, we've had somebody come on and show, which was really great, the difference, how the motorcycle changes from one appearance.
Yeah, from like a Triumph-looking bike to something straight out of hell. Yeah.
It'd be hard to actually draw that all the time, I would imagine.
Well, that's what
and I'm really liking.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I really like the Ghost Rider 1944. I like that character so far too. I don't know if you picked up Hell Hunters or not, but
Yep.
And then the last one, of course, if you have that Marvel Spotlight 5, you have to end off with this one.
Yes!
which I love.
Yes!
Love this cover.
Yes!
All these.
Yeah, I think you're right, Rob. He goes mute after the clip.
Lag for him.
Yeah.
When you go through these covers, like I just love flipping through them and looking at them. They're so awesome. Like pretty much every single one of them. So had to grab this one too. Super happy too.
Shane, can you hold up the first appearance beside issue 1 there?
Look at the bike. Look at the bike.
So that's a chopper right there. That's an American chopper. Look at that one over there. His first appearance. That's more like a British Triumph bike right there, or an old Honda. Yeah. Each artist likes to have their own fun with the motorcycles that Johnny was on.
And classic trade dress too. I mean, I love the trade dress that they use for these books. Yeah, awesome.
Awesome. That is a great book. Way to wrap us up there. Phenomenal books, Shane. Thank you so much. Appreciate you bringing those on to share with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to that part of the show where we're going to be doing another giveaway. So throw it up. Throw your love. Hashtag OnlySlabs. We'll be doing 7 pulls from the giveaway box and shipping them out to somebody internationally. We already are shipping to Australia. So where are we shipping to next? Let's find out. Hashtag OnlySlabs. Speaking of OnlySlabs, you know, Chris, we do this show every week, just in case you're wondering. So next week we have a guest. We'll be joined with the Comics Queen, joining us next week.
And look what she's holding
on OnlySlabs. That's right. That's right. And she matched her jacket to the book. There's a level of fashion that you and I just don't have, but
not even close.
Anyway, so yeah, join us next week for the Comics Queen as she joins us here on OnlySlabs. Of course, let's see, while you're doing that, let's turn off that banner. Let's go here. Let's just remind everybody that also the Rogue Trader is available if you need your books pressed. You can reach out to him online at theroguetraderutah.com. Use the code FATSTACK. So check it out, save 20% off your pressing, including pre-discounted bundles. So you can buy like a 10-pack of books that are already discounted. You add another 20% discount on top of that. And when you use the code, you'll get $10 will be donated to Comics Curing Cancer. All right, we got 60 entries already out of 82 folks here. Just smash that thumbs up button. Absolutely, guys. Let's get that up there. Thank you so much. Coming up for me this week, of course, I've got Monday's mail call. Make sure you're also check out. Thank you to everybody who's watched my CGC vintage unboxing. You finally got to see the books that didn't make my top 10 list and top 5 list because CGC was holding them forever, and Chris was excited for them not to be part of OnlySlabs. But of course, we're part of that top 10 list. But of course, when you're in prison for as long as they were, one always gets changed forever, and we get that restored book popped out of there, which sucked. But thanks to everybody who watched, and that video shot up over 1,000 views in 24 hours, which was
nice,
really kind of impressive. So thank you guys so much for that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And of course, Monday mail call coming up. There you go. All right, 67. I think that is phenomenal. 67 people. I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 72 people. Here we go. Round and round and round she goes. And where she stops, well, the internet knows. And our winner of this second round is, boom, Gerald Yates. Congratulations. That's like second week in a row.
That's true. That's true.
Congratulations. Holy cow.
All right. Congratulations.
All right. We grabbed the box. Chris, let's pull some books of Gerald.
All right. Let's go 3 from the front, 3 from the back. Rob, let's take the first book and put that one in there as well, because we're going for an odd number. Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's let it ride. Stop. And those 2 books.
You're doing that way smoother than I did.
Experience. Stop.
Rodeo. You too?
And those 2 books that your finger splits. Thank you. Now, watch the back. Those that are curious, if you want to see Rob stop, tune into Mad Spuddies, hang out regularly Saturday evenings, where I try to avoid that stuff. It just kicks me off, and then I join up.
Holy shenanigans.
Yeah. Yeah. Gerald Yates is saying 2025 is already starting out better than 2024. But Jay knows
Chris,
way is saying the chat hates you.
Chris, take your heart. Chris, take your heart medication.
Oh, fuck.
First one out of the gates. This is a facsimile, obviously. We'll get you some Hulk 181 action. The debut of some Canadian, or well, first debut on covers of comics. We got ourselves a nice Joker cover.
Nice. Some late 80s action right there.
Yeah. Batman 451. How about you guys? You guys in Canada? You guys heard of this artist named McFarlane?
A couple times.
Yeah. Well, he did a book, and it's been pretty popular character. And this one's Gunslinger Spawn #1.
Nice.
Todd McFarlane
awesome.
variant.
So how's he smoking though through that mask? Anyways, but yeah, gorgeous cover.
Maybe it's just cold,
brother.
It might be Canada.
Yeah. Let's see. How about the first Bishop cover and cameo, and first cameo of the Xavier Security Enforcers?
That's awesome.
I don't know if we should be giving away that book. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's only going to get worse, Chris.
Look, Joffrey. God damn it.
First Nova Corps in Fantastic Four 205.
I thought I asked you to put those FF books in the vet pile.
First appearance of the Nova Corps. And how about King Size Special Annual #1? Is this one? Yeah, #1. Daredevil, the first appearance of the Emissaries of Evil.
Ow! And boom goes the dynamite.
Nice.
So, Devil's version of the Sinister Six.
Why are we giving away early read Daredevil?
A book. And last, but not least, it is a low-grade book, but selected by our team of crack voters on the Mad Spidey's Outback of books to go in there. This is Iron Man, issue 54, the first appearance of Moondragon as Madame McEvil.
Smoke if you got him.
I'm done with this. Fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best weekly giveaway box on YouTube.
Fuck that box, man.
Oh, so congratulations there. Thank you for joining and watching the show. Appreciate you all. Thank you guys for coming on out. Thank you, 1063 Comics, Comic Vet. Of course, again, remember, we'll do this again. We'll give Chris Hart palpitations again next week when we're joined by the Comics Queen here on OnlySlabs, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to tune in to Mad Spidey's Outback as we this evening as we go through and select some books to get added to the giveaway bin. And as always, until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, especially me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion.
Go Bills.
Thanks for watching.